Sunday sit down. Let's go. Episode 2. I guess like the first episode is always like episode 0, you know?
Yeah, so I guess it's episode 1.
So 1. What is cigar number 0? Because 0 is kind of a flop. We said we were gonna do like 1 next week. We never did it.
never came back.
So this is Sunday sit down, episode 1. Me, Brandon Dudley. How's it going? So first, what is Sunday sit down? We basically just sit down.
It's Sunday.
I'm focusing on 2 different spots. It's Sunday. Look, it's Sunday. We sit down and we answer questions, talk about topics, discussions, kind of whatever we want to. If we do one on Monday, it might be Motivational Monday. Tuesday, Topic Tuesday, you know. Sunday sit down, it sounded good. I came up with it. I'm happy with it.
He did. That was his idea.
Perfect. Hopefully we have episode 2 next week. We'll see how good it goes. Sorry. Yeah, episode 2. Idiot. Alright, so the first topic we're going to go over is mental versus physical organization. I'm going to let you lead this one because you kind of know this, I don't.
Okay, so basically one day in class, like I guess Sunday sit down because it's time to kind of nerd out. I mean, you guys only see us lifting and we have a lot of knowledge that we like to share. So one day in class we had a book report and I read Organize Your Mind, Organize Your Life. And I found it very interesting like how they broke down mental organization and physical organization. So the people that wrote the book, it was a Harvard psychiatrist and a wellness coach. So they basically put down like how the brain works and the difference between these two. So if you don't know, like the frontal lobe of the brain is where like you basically figure out how to organize and how like it organizes your mind and your body. And there's 2 different types of organization. So there's the physical organization where you see people that have like they highlight everything, they have the sticky notes. I'm very messy, controlled chaos. So there's that type of organization. Then there's the mental organization. So the mental organization is the one you should really try to focus on because it teaches you how to like basically direct yourself. Like you can be physically organized and be all over the place in your mind because you're so stressed out and you don't understand. But when you're mentally organized, like stress basically goes down.
Can you give me an example of how you'd be mentally organized? For somebody, kind of describe what someone who's mentally organized looks like versus someone who's not. And I guess compared to physical too. Like, so I'm thinking physical organization more like, hey, like you said, like notes organized, folders, binders, and then non-physically organized, like me and you, just like, yeah. Man, okay. Give me an example of mental. Like, what does that look like on a person? How would you go tell like who's mentally organized?
The best way to put it is controlled chaos. Like, let's say,
chaos.
Okay, so a lot of the smartest people in the world, like, if you have a super smart friend, I dare you to walk into his room. How much you want to bet there's things all over the place?
I must be super smart then.
You're a different character.
Oh, shit.
Nah, you're a smart guy. But, so mental organization, the controlled chaos, it could be a totally messy room, stuff all over the place. But if you ask them if they have a rubber band, they'll be like, oh, check over there under that pile of clothes to the left. They'll know exactly where everything is.
That's mental?
Yeah, because it's that controlled chaos type thing. It's like you have a different way of organizing things, and it's basically the way you move.
Yeah.
So,
well, I guess you could describe that because wouldn't that be a physical too? Because I guess not everybody's physical organization is always the same, you know? Like everyone's gonna be a little different too, so I guess if you meant that could be that's hard to explain.
The one thing with mental organization is, I guess if you break it down to simple terms, it's having a plan. Like having a plan of action and executing a plan of action. Because a lot of people that are physically organized, yeah, they can have a binder filled up with everything and still be all over the place. But a mentally organized person has a somewhat of a plan of action and it's very efficient and very like, it's an easy way for them to basically go about things. So it's not for show. Like everything nowadays is for show, and a lot of people like they like to think that if they have everything organized on their desk, that will lead to basically an organized way of doing things and basically lead to success. But the way the book explained it was life is not physically organized, it's chaos. Like you have to be able to have the creativity to connect the dots.
You spelled controlled wrong too.
There's little notes and I'm just
very mentally unorganized.
So, basically, where are they going?
Somewhere.
So
Get
basically,
more organized, bro. Let's go.
yeah, having mental organization is just having that plan of action, just being able to just do things and reconstruct when you hit a bump in the road. So they use like connecting the dots, because a lot of people like that are physically organized and not mentally organized, they have a plan of action. They're like, okay, I'm gonna go to school, and then I'm gonna take a year off. I'm gonna go to PT school. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that. And once one of those things gets out of line, they have nowhere else to go.
Let me ask you a question too. I feel like Joe Rogan on here. I kind of beat the discussion where I wanted to go.
Okay.
So, some people are going to be naturally more physically and mentally organized, right?
Mm-hmm.
Someone who's not naturally either of those, what are some steps they can do to kind of ease into that? Because it's going to be hard to just automatically become that. What can they do to work on that? What kind of tips, what kind of suggestions, what kind of practices can they do? For both, I guess.
The best way to go about that is to learn yourself, because a lot of people go based off of what other people like to describe, and they don't know themselves well enough. So it's just
Oh, jeez, dude.
so just taking a step back.
I was like inhaled that drink. I didn't even swallow it. Ugh.
Oh, I hate this guy. So basically, just taking a step back and coming up with a plan, and also knowing that if that plan doesn't go right, you'll be okay. So it's just being able to like, take that step over to having control and taking control of your life.
Nice. Okay, I mean, let's go ahead and change gears real quick. Going from mental organization. Unitasking?
Yeah, or monotasking.
Alright, monotasking. Alright, monotasking versus multitasking. What is that?
So everybody knows what multitasking is. It's like, we'll take it from a workout standpoint.
Yeah.
You're in the middle of a workout.
I kind of do with you too. So like I'm working out, but I'm focusing on this guy all the time. Like I guess I'm his coach, so and so. So I'm doing my workout, but I'm also handling him, making sure he's good, watching his videos, shit. That's multitasking. Not always the best thing to do.
Not the best way to go about
Not
it.
the best. But that's okay. I'm a selfless guy.
We're working on a way to to be more efficient that way.
Yeah.
But
Then unitasking would be like just like if I come to work out, I only do my thing, don't give a fuck about anybody else. Like some people. Yeah.
lock in, do your thing.
Don't be a. Never mind. Cut that part out. Not gonna go on more than
And if we're going like actual science, so like the science of it is that once you go from monotasking to multitasking, each task you add can basically, there can be a 40% decrease in the efficiency of that task. So like, let's say we're working out, he's my coach, I'm his coach, and let's say I have a heavy day and he has a moderate day.
Yeah, that's another time too. Sorry, cut you off again.
Go.
Yeah, so I went to we went to the gym, and it was one of his like heavier squat. No, what was it?
It was a heavier deadlift day. Was that body shop?
I think it was body shop too.
Yeah, it was a heavier deadlift day.
Yeah, I gave him a quick spot, but I got so focused on this front guy, I kind of got cold, and then I hurt my adductor. So then I took like 10-15 minutes out of my normal routine to help him. Then I went back to squat, and then my adductor just gave out. Hope you don't feel guilty about that.
A little bit.
Yeah, you should. Yeah, you should. But yeah.
But yeah, it's honestly it's physically impossible to do multiple tasks at once and do every task to the best of your ability.
You can definitely do it though. I guess it depends on the task.
I feel like you really can't, because now if it's like drinking water and texting, I mean I guess you could do that.
Yeah.
But once it comes to things that actually like matter,
Yeah.
it's nearly impossible in order for you to be able to focus on multiple things and give them all 100%. Like you might think you're giving all 100%, but let's say you're doing 4 things at a time, you're actually giving it. You might be giving one thing 30, one thing 25%, another thing 20%, and another one 25%. Like you think you're giving 100%,
Yeah.
but you're getting 100% of what you have for that specific thing, instead of being more efficient and focusing on one thing and then just having an easy transfer to the next.
Yeah.
So that's why people most easily multitask, because it's time management.
Yeah.
Like nowadays you always hear, oh, I don't have enough time. I need to do this, I need to do that, I need to do this. But then if you look back at it, if you're able to just easily switch, then you can give 100% of everything you have to one thing.
Knock it out half the time too.
Yeah, knock it out real quick, be efficient, and then switch to the next thing, and still knock it out in the same amount of time that it's taking to multitask. Like, have you ever tried to write a paper and watch the show at the same time?
Yeah.
Like,
Not good.
Not good at all. You look back, you have typos. You only wrote 200 words in an hour.
Yeah.
It's like, but if you sit down and actually focus on paper, you can write a 500-word paper in about 30 minutes.
That's true. I guess it's really like a learned skill to be able to like just be in the moment.
Mm-hmm.
Not many people do that. I can't do that. I'm very mentally disorganized too. Like my mind's just.
And
I'm not even here right now, bro. Like I'm thinking other shit. I'm the fucking worst guy. Like I'm talking to you, but I'm not even talking to you.
You had a good point with saying like being where you are. Like that, it was one thing I learned from playing baseball at JU is that my coach always said be present.
Be present in the moment.
Yeah.
Big thing.
Like really don't want to quote this guy, but he had.
It's a credit to somebody else too.
Yeah.
Some random coach somewhere said this.
Yeah.
What did I coach say?
He basically, so it was like we had a whole hype video, and at the beginning of the video he goes capital B, capital E, be present. Yeah. And he's always like told us to be where your feet are in the moment. Like in relation to baseball, if you're an outfielder, if your feet are in the outfield, don't worry about your last at bat. Like you're in the outfield right now. If your feet are in the box, focus about that. If you're in the classroom, focus on that. So it's like just be where your feet are and be in the moment and be present at that time. Yeah. And then go do everything to the best of your abilities.
That's true. That's hard. That's hard to do though, bro.
Oh no, it's none of these things are easy. Like even like mental organization, physical organization, like none of that stuff is easy. But it all comes back to taking a step back and learning yourself.
Yeah.
Because that's most of the time we think we know ourselves, but we don't give ourselves time to actually focus on what we need and like, how our mind works.
I guess when you look at it like an example like the gym too, I guess you would call it like getting in your zone, zoning in,
locking in,
getting in your element.
Foodie.
Yeah, foodie. I guess that's tough to do though for a lot of people too. I guess it comes down like you'll see like some people just like be like super quiet, not talk to anybody, be kind of like assholes, you know, because they're trying to like walk in the zone. I don't do that. I'm totally opposite. I'm just here to talk and fuck around, I guess.
I mean, I like to dance.
Yeah.
But it's like
that's why I started coming. Like nobody's here too. Like here a little early. That way I can't like be distracted if I have no distractions. You know what I'm saying?
And I feel like there's also like there's like a safe medium because you also don't want to like
be like just totally just.
Yeah, you don't want to make training boring.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people like they'll hear things like this and they're like, you know what? Oh, I need to be dead silent. Yeah. I need to be locked in.
Yeah.
But at that time,
that doesn't seem that healthy or that enjoyable.
Yeah,
too, you know?
You gotta enjoy what you're doing.
I guess if you're too focused on that topic too, you're gonna get like kind of stressed in your head too.
Yeah,
I guess that's tough, man.
It's a balancing thing. And that's where like things such as like meditating and like deep breaths and breathing exercises come into play.
Yeah.
But that's like a whole different conversation. I mean,
yeah.
But once it's just being able to know how to relax yourself, how to quiet your mind, and just being in touch with your body.
That's true.
But none of this stuff is easy. I mean, we're talking about it because like we've done the research, but we don't practice it all the time.
I don't practice it.
I mean, I
at all.
I try practicing it. I mean, I have a class, wellness coaching, and basically like just taking steps every day to get better.
Yeah.
Because there are other people that can meditate for an hour long and just quiet their mind for an hour. I can't do that. I started off by just trying to feel 5 breaths.
I guess it's different in tasks too. Like I guess like the more confident you get in a task doing, the easier it is to focus into like. I'm not sound kind of weird, but I guess we're gonna relate it back to lifting. That's the thing too.
Yeah.
Like let's say for example, like you're about to squat or deadlift too. The more comfortable you become like under that like load or like with that movement itself, easier to focus in it versus like if I'm not focused, I don't know what I'm doing. Your head's gonna be 1,000 different places too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I just started like personal training too. It's a lot easier for me now, like to focus in the moment. Like now that I've been doing it for a while, versus when I just started and like my head was like here, like trying to control everything else versus just actually being right where I am. Yeah. I guess the same school too. Like your essay, for example, too. Like your letter essay. I guess easier now. Like the more you do it, the better you get. The more confident you get. Like writing an essay, the easier it is to focus in versus like, hey, semester just started. I need to like actually do this essay. It's hard to like be able to focus in too.
Yeah.
I guess it's everything. I guess it's just practice. It's kind of cliche, but
practice. You just gotta practice. Man. It's like it's like the saying, oh, if you want to lift heavy, lift heavy. I mean, you can't come in here and squat 315 every day and want to squat 700. You gotta get, like you say, you gotta get used to those heavy loads. You gotta practice the preach.
Yeah, that's true. Big facts. Big old facts. Alright, let me mentally organize myself into this moment. What's our next question? What's our next topic? Alright, let's see. No, be present. Check. How do you respond? Well, let's back it up. So Brandon here has a pretty good social media following. It's growing.
It's been growing.
Slightly growing, yeah. Yeah, so what's your social media following at now? If you don't mind me asking.
Oh my god, I gotta check. So I started this in December of last year, and I have about 1,300 followers right now. And I'm
good.
Following, I don't know.
Who knows? But it's good. Like you started that's your second account. That's your lifting account.
Yeah, that's my lifting account. I started this
before you actually came here. Before you blew up.
December 2019. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's been about almost a year.
Almost a year. Yeah.
But that number
But I just started posting consistently in the summer.
Yeah. That number will exponentially grow up. So it'll take a while to get from the first 500 or 600, maybe a little quicker, 600 or 700, but 700 1,000 just keeps growing. You know what I'm saying? So on that topic, you post a lot of controversial stuff like full sumo. That's a big thing. You shouldn't do it, but you do it. You know.
don't get me started on that. That's a whole other video.
Okay, so how do you? I'm sure you don't get that many negative comments, but when you do get a negative comment, how do you manage that?
So
I know you got a few. I remember.
Oh yeah.
But let's back up. The kids that commented were kind of fans. You know, they're like, "Oh, Brandon, I look up to you." What do they say? Sumos for babies. Yeah.
That was one of them.
It was a joke. Poor kid, if you're watching, it was. Dude, poor kid.
It wasn't my fault.
No, we understand it was a joke, and I thought it was hilarious, but he kind of got a lot of heat for that. The way that we handled it probably wasn't the best idea. We got we're all boys, so we all kind of attacked the kid on social media, hey man, don't talk about his sumo, all this negative comments back, which probably isn't the best.
Not the best. Not the best way to go about it.
I guess it depends on the comment too. We can look back now and be like, hey,
yeah,
kid's young, he was joking around too, so we didn't react well. I guess there is a time. I don't want to say there's a time for negativity where you need to be negative back, unless you want to be.
I mean, I feel the best way to handle it, on Ashton's post, the way I handled it, I feel especially if you have a fitness page or if you're doing anything that has science to back it up, a lot of people in this world do not know the science. So if you have the knowledge and you have the technology in order to figure out the actual numbers and the actual reasonings behind it, I pull sumo, big deal, pull sumo. Everybody's saying conventional is the best way to deadlift, but there's science behind it to back your argument will really shut people up.
Not all the time though.
It depends on the person.
No.
It depends, because there's a lot of ignorance in the world too. If you have someone that doesn't know anything and they just tell you, let's say, we'll stay on sumo versus conventional. Sumo's for babies, sumo suck. You ask why? Because the conventional is way harder. Why?
Yeah.
And
for most people, sumo is actually a lot harder too.
Sumo is very technical.
Conventional is not super easy, but it's more easy to learn. It's more newbie friendly.
Yeah. So it's the way to respond to that. First, you ask them why. You get the reasoning. Okay. And then you hit them with the science. You hit them with the facts. If you're able to hit somebody with the facts and they don't respond, that's a win.
Yeah.
Because they're like, dang, okay. I mean, they're probably pissed off in the room, you're trying to make me look stupid. But hey, you shut that off real quick, and at the end of the day, you're not being a-hole. You're just saying, oh no, these are the facts. I'm gonna lay down to you. This research says, blah blah blah. This is how your body works, and here you go. Have fun with that.
Most people that say those comments too, you can always notice they have it's the same kind of people too. Very sometimes not even a profile picture. No. Always private.
Always private.
Always private.
Trying to hide behind the screen.
Yeah, it's just the same fucking people.
Yeah, and it's
you can't even take them seriously, you'll never see somebody doing better than you talk down to you, you know what I'm saying? If someone's doing better than you, they're not gonna take the time out to talk down to somebody else.
And it's always the people that always comment. You never see big time powerlifters comment on another powerlifter's thing. I mean, sometimes you do, sometimes it's random, but most of the time it's either like a newbie or someone that's just bored. So don't waste your energy. Like literally just hit them with the facts, leave it at that, and if they want to stay being ignorant, but alright, you're making yourself look stupid. Leave it at that. Or if you just don't want to deal with it, just delete the comment. I mean, at the end of the day, it's your page. It's like,
I don't come close on.
yeah, you don't have to respond to them. Like it's,
Sometimes I just block. Usually I just do like.
I like it. I'd be petty, so I'll give like a little like.
Some people actually like they kind of comment too, so everybody else can like attack it. You know. That's one of the funny things. I thought Steffi Cohen did it. She talked about.
That's my baby. That's my baby. Steffi, if you're watching this, Hayden, not trying to be disrespectful. I'm a big fan of both of you guys. Big fan of both of you guys.
Yeah, you're gonna have to crop this out too. But no, Steffi talked about that. She would because she has like, such a like a very
so smart,
very loyal following too.
So
people
smart.
that love her. She'll like pin a comment to like the actual post, so people will see it first and they come in. They'll just get like people get like slandered. It's so funny to watch.
Yeah, I mean, if you have your boys to back you up, if you have random people to back you up, you just let them handle it. I mean, don't waste your energy.
Yeah.
That's basically all I got.
I love the Instagram remove follower feature. It's so fun. You know how many people I remove as followers and block the whole time? It's so empowering. Yeah, bro, you can remove followers. Like sometimes like I get annoyed with people like posting on stuff I'm like I don't agree with. So I just unfollow them and then you can remove them as a follower too. That way, cause I feel bad like if I unfollow.
Sorry, little detour. The camera ran out of space, so I had to delete some stuff. Wait for this guy to stop texting.
Sorry, bro.
You know, you can't multitask.
Yeah, I can't.
Let's see. So we're gonna go into the Q&A portion. We both have a couple questions that people asked us, and we're basically gonna go through those and answer those questions. Let's see what we got here. So we're probably gonna start with
Shit, I'm sorry, I'm back.
probably start with like the more like what like
Sunday sit down. Am I late to the intro?
Yeah, a little
Okay.
bit. We'll start with like the joking ones first, and then get to like more like serious ones.
What do you got?
I mean, all right. So
yeah.
Why does Coach G never bust a move?
That's a good question. Because I can't dance. That's why.
Definitely cannot dance.
Cannot dance.
He's horrible.
Yeah, you like
Ooh, like he does a twist. He does that. That's his move. So
I mean, better than nothing. Let's see effort, I guess. I guess let's do this. Let's do
one of my questions, one of your questions.
Yeah. All right. How many questions do you have total? You know what I hate too? All those people saw like the Q&A.
7.
Yeah, like same. All those people saw the Q&As and they didn't ask questions too. They could ask anything. They just.
I mean, maybe they just don't want to know anything.
All right. I think we've had this one before. Best supplement brands. I guess you could do it for like pre-workout, protein, anything else.
Okay, so I would say from what I've heard and what I've tried, I've heard that BPN has a really good like pre-workout. I heard it tastes really good. I mean, the best I've had, I don't know, pre-workout powders are hard to find that are really good. He likes Ghost, right?
Ghost is good. I like Ghost. They have a new marshmallow cereal one, which is like cereal milk is good by itself, but it has like actual like like what's that brand? Lucky Charms?
Yeah.
It's actually like Lucky Charm marshmallows in it. It looks super fire. But it's expensive too. I like it. I wish they would sponsor me. I'd promote you like a motherfucker. You know. I like the pre-workout. I like their protein taste-wise, but it's kind of expensive and you don't get that many servings too. Only tons.
I mean, I'm kind of basic. I've been getting the GNC brand protein.
It's super basic.
But it's like GNC Amp, something like that. They have a Girl Scout cookie flavor. I got s'mores and chocolate fudge.
You said that was good? I heard people say it was disgusting, so I was like...
I mean, it was really smooth for me, man. I liked it. I mean, I mixed it with water, though.
You know what I started doing? Pro tip. Oh, sorry. It might seem super basic, but I started taking my protein, I put it in the blender, blend that shit up, and you don't have to worry about chunks, and it blends super smooth. So I usually do it like oat milk, not almond, oat milk, protein, maybe some peanut butter, something else too, but that shit is fucking delicious. That was good for 2 seconds, and like versus like actual shaking it, then you get like a bunch of chunks and shit too. Super smooth. It changed your life, I'm telling you, like.
That kind of flows into our next question. What's it? Best intro workout snack.
Oh shit.
This is a question for big boy right here.
We added that part out too. Here comes another promotion too. I love sour strips. sour strips, the candy. If you're watching this, hook your boy up too. I put like 10 people on that, you know.
I'm basic. Gummy bears.
Candy, number one, candy. Just candy, really.
I mean,
that's probably the best.
I say, gummies, Cheez-Its. I had that during my last meet. Had Cheez-Its. I mean, I'm a big Cheez-It guy. It's quick carbs. It's salty. I like that.
Okay, so candy. Maybe some kind of like Gatorade, some kind of like body armor. Well, some
But it
like
doesn't
drink.
count as a snack.
Well, it has carbs in it, you know. I'm thinking intro.
Yeah.
Because everybody knows like if you work out, like if you eat carbs and you work out, they instantly go to muscle.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
Candy, it's the best way to get your candy. And I mean, you won't be fat. I mean, unless you're him. But he's big. But but you can eat this candy and it'll burn off instantly.
I'm putting the candy down a little bit too. I'm cutting back the candy. You got a point.
You've been looking good.
I have been looking good. Besides the dance moves. Okay, shit, fire. Here's another one. Best lifting gear brands, like for sleeves, wraps, belts. These are all like promotions over here.
Yeah, I mean, so for knee sleeves, I like the Stoics. Those are the ones I have.
Yeah.
I mean, SBD, everybody is.
Yeah.
I mean, everybody knows what SBD is, like top of the line. But I mean, if you belt, I have a I have Rogue. It's a Rogue lever. It's a Rogue lever belt. I like that one a lot. It's very nice. I mean, it costs. I guess it costs around 200-ish, maybe a little more. Yeah, I mean, if you want a good belt, I mean, I like lever belts. A lot of people, they like the prong belts too. Don't you? Didn't you used to have one? Or don't you still have one?
I have a prong. Yeah.
Yeah, 'cause I know A7 has the prong belts. I heard those are pretty decent.
I would say SBD. Never had SBD. I heard Pioneer probably the next one. Next one I get. What's going on? And then who cares about wraps? You know, it's all kind of the same. I guess you got one.
Where can I get some Bam Bam merch?
Oh jeez. Yeah, what's the merch problem?
I'm working on it. I mean, we have a long break, winter break, so I'm working on some projects and trying to get a website up where you guys to like find merch and actually be able to order
Some shorts.
maybe some
Socks.
shorts.
All clothing line.
So supply and demand.
Yeah.
If you guys want it, I got you.
Everybody asks for shorts.
If
After
you
slides too. Everybody can shoot a pair of slides.
Bam Bam slides.
Yeah, just put like the logo on top. Like you know, like how Hybrid does.
I mean, yeah.
Hybrids are dope.
I mean, if you guys want it, you guys keep asking for it. I'll put it out there for you guys.
Alright, let me read a question. What's this? What are your competition plans? Explain your competition. What's the next one?
Oh, mine is in 3 weeks. I'm competing in Still Mill. It's
What federation?
USAPL. My first USAPL meet.
Did you believe this guy's natural?
On at it. I'll pee in the cup right now. The only thing you'll find is a lot of caffeine. Might pee out a monster. But that's
Alright, pal. Give me
ask Garrett if it's cool to overshoot your RPE like you sending it on bench the other vlog. First off, wasn't an overshoot. RPE of 9. So that's sending. I mean, if you get RPE, nobody gets RPE of 10 anymore.
Yeah.
RPE of 9 basically means max out. So first off, it didn't send it.
That's true.
So no, not overshoot. Just
I'll give you two answers. I'll give you the answer I should give you, and the answer I am going to give you. The answer I should give you is you should not be overshooting all the time. At all, ever.
Yep.
No.
Damn pockets
Answer two. If you hit a PR, you hit a PR. You know I'm not gonna get mad about PR. You know. And every time you overshoot, you always hit a PR. So
Yeah. I mean, now if I fail, that's
maybe you fail, then I just
If I
drop
fail,
you and
that's
never
a
talk to you
whole
again. Yeah.
Yeah.
How do you recover? Explain your recovery strategies.
Sleep. Sleep's a huge thing. I mean, us being like from being college, like in college,
Oh, I got no sleep in college.
yeah, like.
No fucking sleep.
But once you notice, like, I feel like it's very rare. But like, once you get that 7 hours of sleep, you just feel like a different person. I mean,
It's super cool.
yeah, like sleep and eat is the best way to recover. Like,
Oh, my college lifting was so bad.
yeah,
I didn't sleep, eat, or anything. I was just like, I go down each session. I get weaker, like 10 pounds each time.
I have a bedtime. I mean, also because I work in the morning, so I go to sleep pretty early and I try to get my sleep in. I take naps. Mobility is a big thing. Mobility and stretching, warming up is a big part of recovery. I never used to do that.
What do you do for mobility?
whatever Coach G gives me. But I mean, just normal stuff like frog stretches, pigeons, just like a lot of just like.
Nobody's gonna know what any of that means.
Go to any yoga website, you'll figure it out. So basically, I do a lot of like hip opener things because most of the time where you see like people get messed up, is like tight hips. So I do a lot of hip opener things, a couple of body things, just stay mobile and be able to like not feel like that walking around all day.
Like what?
Like a brick.
Oh, okay. You could say that.
Yeah.
That's the best.
I hate this guy. You got another question?
Those are all the ones. Only one guy asked, and I appreciate him asking. I'm not gonna say it on camera.
Okay.
Everybody else saw the question poll and didn't ask. I saw it.
Advice for choosing the right gym for heavy lifting.
Dude, alright, that's a good question.
That's a really good question.
I guess I'll start. Environment is everything too. So like, you can have the nicest gym in the world, all the equipment too, but if the environment's not there, the people aren't there, it really means something too. This is gonna be a nice little long motivational tangent too. So find a gym that has just the basics. Really, you need barbell, weights, dumbbells, whatever, and surround yourself with really good people that are actually gonna push you too. Like, I remember this guy most of the time too. He also deadlifts like 800 pounds, you know. So find people that are. I guess what's that quote? If you're the strong in the gym, you need to find a gym.
Yeah.
Truest thing over here. Once you surround yourself with people that are stronger than you and better than you and know more than you, that's gonna automatically make you better the more you're around them.
100%.
100%.
I mean, I came from my backyard, and if you guys follow like my YouTube, whatever, I had like YouTube over the summer.
Yeah.
Like the last video I made was probably the last one I was in Miami. I was squatting like 555.
Something. Yeah.
Yeah, like mid to high fives.
Like bro, like honestly, we could just take a barbell and weights in the parking lot and just have like feel like other guys and have the most amazing workout you ever seen.
Yeah, it's like you need people to push you. I mean, by myself, I was getting far because I had drive.
Yeah.
But the second I came here, I mean, my lifts shot like.
Yeah.
Ashton called it lifter puberty.
Yeah.
But it's like you just hit puberty. I mean, you're with your guys, and it's like.
Yeah. I mean, you can do it at commercial gyms too, depending on if you have the right people with you. But
you need someone to hold you to your standards.
Because you're never gonna hold yourself to the full standard.
Yeah, I mean, you can try your hardest. Yeah.
You'll try, like no matter who you are, like you always like say like, oh, I'm trying my hardest, but until you're around people that are gonna like whoop your ass and like motivate you to get better, then you're never gonna go.
Yeah, like we have a
That's
saying,
anything too. That's
like,
life, lifting.
I mean, we have the saying catch up.
Yeah, catch up.
Like literally like.
So you never fully catch up. You just always keep trying to catch up. Like, you get close, and then you gotta catch up even more.
Yeah, like literally everybody, like whenever someone has a big lift, they'll be like, oh, at Bam Bam, at Gare, catch up. And it's like that just fuels something you just want to go lift. I mean, you got an off day, you want to go pull 10,000 pounds because someone just pulled a little more than you. So, as you said, environment. I guess this question specifically for me, how much do you think playing college baseball helped your lifting? So, from a physical standpoint, I have a very strong core because in baseball, like everything's like core and torque. So it's like my abdominal muscles. I mean, I'm not walking around with a freaking six-pack or anything. I got a little layer of fat over that. But I mean, Garrett had me doing planks with 2 plates on my back, and it's like it's okay. But it's like the biggest thing baseball helped me with was strong core and strong legs. Because upper body, like we never really bench. That's AKA why I have a weak bench. We never really bench because
it's not that weak.
It's gotten stronger.
Well, compared to like most people's benches, this is actually a really good fucking bench.
Yeah.
Most people struggle to get 300, but you're above average. But then again, catch up.
But yeah, so basically, playing baseball basically gave me. Can you keep it down? Vibrate or something?
Dude, business is calling.
Okay, that's good. Okay.
I'm just a man doing business. No, sorry. I was a businessman doing business. You know what I mean?
Okay, so I'm gonna answer this question. I'm gonna start listening. So basically, baseball helped me with like just core stabilization, really strong core, lower body strength, lower back strength because in baseball like we're bent over a lot. We're feeling bold and everything. So the lower back strength is a big thing. So basically, from my chest down has been very. Like I have a very good foundation just from coming from baseball, and there's a lot of like explosive movements and things that I learned from there that basically transfer over to the more
like what?
Like We do explosive stuff. We do like a lot of lateral jumps, a lot of like box jumps, just a lot of like quick reactive explosive things to where you need force and a lot of power. Yeah. So when I'm able to put a load on my back for squats, I'm more explosive than someone that's only been doing squats and deadlifts all their life and haven't been focused on like the quick, fast twitch things.
For sure.
So like that's just like small things that transferred over from baseball that I don't really think about, and I mean mentality as well. Baseball is a mental game.
So what you're trying to say is, if you want to pull 800, you have to play baseball first. It's prerequisite.
No, because I don't play 800.
Sorry,
But,
you're gonna pull 700.
No, but yeah, that was the physical part, and the mental part is basically just like you said earlier, being present, just strategy. I mean, a big part of, especially if you're gonna be at meets, like being like strategically correct, because I mean everybody can just send it, but you have to like strategize, like know yourself, know your body, know your lifts, and baseball really put me through that in order to be able to like know myself and like know how far I can push myself. Because now, thank God, I don't have to run anymore, but we used to have to run before practice in our baseball pants and then have a full practice and then pick the squad. The calf will close. I'll be starving. The calf will be closed. Low season became my best friend. $5 pizza. So mentality. What's up? That's the last question I got.
Alright, so I forgot the question. Oh yeah,
You didn't play baseball, so
I didn't. That's why I don't pull 700 yet.
I mean, I guess I could transfer over. How did playing football transfer to lifting?
I did wrestling too. I think it's wrestling.
Football and wrestling, yeah.
I mean, they're both sports. I mean, they're both explosive movements. I would say the mentality is really than like you said. That's a tough one. I mean, I've always enjoyed lifting. I've always liked playing sports, but I've always been like super competitive and always just wanted to push it, you know. And not everybody has that. But
That grit.
yeah, I try not to complain. I try not to do that. I try to like focus on. I guess you also have to enjoy it too. Like people that are competitors and like have like that background in sports too. They always want to find like some kind of outlet to keep competing at. So after baseball, like you lifted, but you never thought, oh, I want to go like powerlift and try to break records. But that whole competitive background too is kind of pushing you to go with something else too. So like once you stop powerlifting, you're probably gonna find that competitive in something else, like business or life, whatever too. So how it helped me, I like to compete. I enjoy physical activity. I enjoy exercise, lifting. Yeah, that's it. Great answer. That was such a mentally disorganized answer.
I mean, a lot of our answers are mentally disorganized.
Yeah.
I mean, episode 1, we'll get better.
Yeah.
But I mean, I feel like that was a pretty good answer. I mean, pretty good
Yeah.
Sunday sit down.
Maybe I'll just ask you random. Maybe I'll just go like full like Joe Rogan and just ask you like a question.
I mean, we've already been talking for about 40 minutes.
So we're gonna do this again next week.
We'll be back next Sunday.
Episode 2.
Dose.
Let's do like a. Do we need like an outro?
I mean, we can just do the
Sunday sit down. Closed.
If you like what you see, like, comment, subscribe,
Yeah.
and
Hell yeah.
hit us up. Also follow us on Instagram, or we put on our Instagrams down below. They'll probably pop up somewhere around here or here. And yeah, thank you for tuning in to Sunday Sit Down with Garrett and Brandon.
Alright. That was a long ass outro. Turn that shit off.